One analyst on all of Wall Street just put a sell rating on Nvidia. Everyone else says buy. Here is who's right and the one number that settles it. Let's start with what the business actually looks like right now. Last quarter, revenue was $68.1 billion, dollars, up 73% year over year. Gross margins at 75%. And here is the number most people skip. Nvidia generated nearly $97 billion in free cash flow in a single year. That is more free cash flow than Intel's entire market cap in 1 year, and it is not slowing down. Management just guided $78 billion for next quarter, 77% year over year growth. The bears are betting on deceleration. The data says the opposite. That guidance already reflects losing approximately $8 billion in China H20 revenue from recent export control restrictions. Nvidia cannot ship its H20 chips to China right now. That is the real and ongoing headwind already baked into the numbers. The growth is happening despite that constraint, not before it. If those restrictions escalate further, that number gets worse. So why is Jay Goldberg at Seaport Research the only analyst with a sell rating? There are three arguments and they deserve a fair hearing. First, circular demand. Nvidia signed 27 billion in cloud agreements with its own customers and made around 40 billion in equity investments in Anthropic, CoreWeave, and OpenAI, effectively giving customers cash to buy its chips. Goldberg argues this is artificially inflating demand and would reduce gross margins by around 400 basis points if properly accounted for. Second, custom silicon. Google, Amazon, and Meta are all building their own AI chips specifically to reduce NVIDIA dependency. These are not experiments, they are multi-billion-dollar programs at the largest AI spenders in the world. Third is concentration risk. A significant portion of NVIDIA's outlook depends on a small number of customers, particularly OpenAI, which is still burning cash at scale. Goldberg's point is that a growth story built on the spending decisions of a handful of companies is more fragile than it appears. Well, these are real concerns. I'm not dismissing them. But here is what undermines the circular demand argument most directly. Amazon is spending approximately $200 billion in capital expenditures in 2026 on AI hardware. Google and Microsoft are spending at similar scale. Nobody is doing this because Nvidia wrote them a check. They are in an arms race. If Amazon does not buy the chips, Google will. If Google does not, Microsoft will. That is not circular demand. That is structural demand that exists with or without Nvidia's financial arrangements.